So in this short video, we're going to cover Google Mail. Every student has a Google email account. I've set a link on the page to show you, take you right to the Hartnell student page on how to use your Google Mail for the first time. This video is going to help you send me emails that don't get deleted. One of the things that I want you to do when you get to your email is make sure that your subject line is filled out. For our class purposes, you always want to put your last name first. I usually get about anywhere from 50 to 75 emails, sometimes as many as 100 emails a day. Because I have about almost 200 students in all of my classes, any one time I could get multiple emails from students. So it's important that I'm able to separate the student emails out and put them in their folders. Because I create a folder for every class for every semester, I'm able to go in and put your email in the class in the correct folder. The other reason I want you to start sending me emails is I get a lot of spam as well. So if you send me an email that says, "Hey, got a question," chances are I'm not going to open that. Or if you just put "question" in the subject line, chances are I'm not going to open that. If you try and be cute and post something in the subject line, I'm probably not going to answer that. But if you follow the format that I'm going to show you right now, your odds are pretty good that you're going to get a quick response within about 24 hours. On the weekends, I'm not answering emails, so if you send me an email late Friday night because you waited to do the homework until Friday or Saturday or Sunday, chances are I'm not going to get that email until Monday morning when I check my email. So it's important that you do your homework or start the homework or even hopefully have read the coursework for that week on Monday. That way, if any questions or problems arise, you and I can have an email dialogue that can hopefully clear those up before the assignments due Sunday night. So what I'm going to do is in the subject line, I always want you to put your last name. In the case where I might have several Smiths, I'm going to probably ask you to put your first initial there. You can see by the student roster, if you look on the class page, if we have a couple of people with your last name, it's really beneficial and helps me if you put the first initial of your last name, of your first name with your last name. So in the subject line, you put your last name, you hit underscore, and then you put the class, CSS 43. In this case, we have a lot of, I have two sections of CSS 43, so it's important that you put the section number next. And you can put the number sign and then your section number. Now there are no section numbers at Hartnell that are 0, 0, 0, 0. So your section number should go there. Hit underscore, and then I want you to put the assignment name. For example, if I say I want you to send me your nickname, which is always an assignment in an online class, you'll put nickname. Otherwise, you'll put the week and you'll put week and then the number or the week number that it is. So if it's week 1, week 10, you'll put week 1 or week 10 or week 12 or week 5 in that so that I know that that's your week's homework. Sometimes I might ask you to put, depending on what class you're in, I might ask you to put Word on that. So you're going to be turning in your Word assignment. Or if you're in a Dreamweaver class, I might ask you to put Dreamweaver in there. So whatever the instructions are on the page at that time, or whatever the work is, you're going to want to put that name there. So in this case, I'm just going to say week 2. You'll add my name as a recipient. So if you just put in Svensson, you'll see my name right there, and you can select me. I always say you should probably CC yourself. We do have sent files, you do have a sent mail, but sometimes accidents happen. So if you always send the email to yourself, you'll always have a copy. That way if I say, look, your homework was late, you're going to be docked points, because if homework is over a week late, it drops a letter grade. So if I say the homework's due at midnight and I come back and I said, well, you I didn't get your homework and you said, no, I turned it in, you can go to your email folder and take a screenshot or resend it to me, and when you resend it, it'll obviously have the original send date. So here you'll put your email to me, a real short email. Hi Chris, here's my homework for blah blah blah. Here's my homework. And most times you're going to send me a zipped file, and we'll talk about zipped later. But down here where the paperclip is, that's where we attach our file. So I'm going to click on attachments, and this is just my document folder for my Hartnell classes, and I'm going to go all the way down, and here's what a zipped file looks like. So I'm going to just click on a zipped folder. I hit open, and then it's going to show me that I have a zipped folder right there. So you want to make sure that your homework's always attached. By zipping the work, we aren't sending 4, 5, or 6 documents. We're sending one folder with all the coursework in it zipped so that I can go through and look at everything and put this, because what I'll do for every student is I'll make a folder with your name on it and drop your homework in that folder. So that's pretty much all there is. If you want to get fancy, you can change your fonts, you can change the sizes, bold and italics, and all of those things are always nice, I guess, if you're trying to make emphasis. There is spell check in here, so remember to spell check your emails. I want you to get in the habit of sending clear, concise emails, because as we communicate with the corporate world or we communicate with other professional individuals, I want you to get into the habit of signing your name. I want you to get in the habit of always addressing the email to that person, because it looks more professional, and if you get in the habit of doing that, it's a habit that you won't soon break. Also, I want you to, if there's a spelling error, make sure you fix that. I'm not grading for spelling, but this isn't texting, this is email. So I want you to get in the habit of sending good, clear emails, because at some point you're going to be a boss, or you're going to be in the corporate world, and you're going to be communicating via email. So it's always good to kind of get in the habit now of sending good, clean, concise emails without spelling errors and things like that. This is our video on sending emails through Google and sending attachments. If you have any questions, drop me a line or send me an email, and we'll take care of them. Thanks.